Hello students, today we will see the new chapter that is from your supplementary reader. The name of the chapter is The Adventure of Toto, written by Ruskin Bond. Dear students, it's a beautiful story about a monkey. Okay, and here the main theme of the chapter is about the creation of God, means the way He has created everything is beautiful, and we human beings should let them allow to live according to their way they want to live their life. Okay, so here we must understand the other beings like animals and other living beings also are equal to us. They are also a creation of God, and we must respect them and allow them to live the way uh, the Almighty God has allowed them to live in. Okay, so let's read and understand. Let's start the chapter. The Adventure of Toto. Have you ever had a baby monkey as a pet? Toto is a baby monkey. Let's find out whether he is mischievous or docile. Dear students, here the writer is asking about, have you seen any pet animal which is a monkey, and uh, is it mischievous or docile? Here mischievous means badmash, है ना, जो शरारती होते हैं, and docile means he is calm and quiet and which is very easy to control. Okay, now let's start the chapter. Grandfather bought Toto from Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. The Tonga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough, and the monkey looked so out of place there that grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to his private zoo. So here grandfather is the grandfather and monkey are the here main character. Okay, and here grandfather, once he was traveling, and while traveling he saw that Tonga driver had a little monkey. Okay, and it was tied to a feeding trough. Okay, so here he noticed that the grandfather noticed that the monkey is feeling out of place, mean he is not feeling happy as he is tied with a chain. Okay, so he thought that he will take this monkey, he will buy this and let him keep in his private zoo. Toto was a pretty monkey. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep-set eyebrows, and his teeth, which were a pearly white, were very often displayed in a smile that frightened the life out of elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. But his hands looked dried up, as though they had been pickled in the sun for many years. Yet his fingers were quick and wicked, and his tail, while adding to his good looks, grandfather believed a tail would add to anyone good looks, also served as third hand. He could use it to hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up an delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. So in this very first paragraph, grandfather describes about the monkey, how it is. Okay, it is very quick and it can climb to any tree and can hang over it. Okay, and he also describes about the look, means as soon as you can see his face, it can be seen as a wickedness in his face and all that. Okay, let's see ahead. Grandfather always first with grandfathers brought home some new bird or animal, so it was decided that Toto's presence should be kept a secret from until he was in a particular good mood. Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall, where he was tied securely, or so we thought, to a peg fastened into the wall. Okay, peg means here खील, है ना, खील जो कहीं पे हम खील ठोकते हैं दीवार पे या तो किसी वुड पे, लकड़ी पे खील ठोक के रखते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड पेग. ओके, सो हियर द राइटर इज टेलिंग दैट द monkey Toto was brought securely and then he was tied there and kept for few days. They thought that for few days they should keep with them securely and then finally they will ship to the zoo. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by grandfather, now stood out as naked brick and plaster. The peg in the wall had been wrenched from its socket, and my school blazer, which had been hanging there, was in shreds. I wondered what grandmother would say. But grandmother didn't worry. He seemed pleased with Toto's performance. So see, my dear students, here in this paragraph we see that grandfather has brought the monkey and he put a nail and just in that he put some chain, and then for few days he wanted to keep with him the monkey, and so he thought that it is secure. But after sometimes when they go to release the monkey, they find that the plaster has been completely removed and even the peg, the nail, that has been removed. Okay, that means it is clearly from this paragraph it is clearly seen that monkey doesn't want to be tied in a chain. He wants freedom, he wants to live freely. Okay, let's see ahead. He's clever, said grandfather. Given time, I'm sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into rope and made his escape from the window. His presence in the house still a secret. Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarters, where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. A tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for a while my pet goat. But the monkey wouldn't allow any of his companions to sleep at night. So grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur, decided to take his along. Unfortunately, I could not accompany grandfather on that trip, but he told me about it afterwards. A big black canvas kit bag was provided for Toto. This, with some straw at the bottom, became his new abode. When the bag was closed, there was no escape. Toto could not get his hands through the opening, and canvas was too strong for him to bite his way through. His efforts to get out only had effect of making the bag roll about on the floor or occasionally jump into the air. An exhibition that attracted a curious crowd of onlookers on the Dehradun railway platform. Toto remained in the bag as far as Saharanpur, but while grandfather was producing his ticket at the railway turnstile, Toto suddenly poked his head out of the bag and gave the ticket collector a wide grin. So see here, as from the very beginning we have been seeing that the Toto the monkey has been very wicked, naughty. Okay, and so here also we see that he has done so many naughty things. Okay, and even now when the grandmother is transferring the monkey to a safe zoo, but still that monkey has his naughty or the wicked act. In Dehradun, near the railway station, while grandfather was booking a ticket, just Toto managed to take out his head up, okay, and then he was wickedly showing his grinning his face and saying to the ticket collector. The poor man was taken aback, but with great presence of mind and much to grandfather's annoyance, he said, "Sir, you have a dog with you. You'll have to pay for it accordingly." In vain did grandfather take Toto out of the bag. In vain did he try to prove that a monkey did not qualify as a dog or even as a quadruped. Toto was classified a dog by the ticket collector, and 3 rupees was the sum handed over as his fare. Okay, and as soon as the ticket collector saw that monkey, that he thought that it might be a dog, and he asked price for that. Okay, and so grandfather told that no, it is not equal to the dog, like that, and so he won't have to charge anything. Okay, but still the ticket collector didn't felt pity, and then he asked some money, and also then grandfather have to pay 3 rupees for the as a fare for the Toto. Okay, then grandfather just get his own bag, took from his pocket our pet toys, and said, "What must I pay for this, since you charge for all animals?" The ticket collector looked closely at the tortoise, prodded it with his 4 fingers, gave grandfather a pleased and triumphant look, and said, "No charge. It is not a dog." Okay. Then finally, he says that I have a tortoise also. It's also a kind of animal. So what will you charge? But finally, then he says that it's not a dog. So he said that he won't charge for it. It's not a same as a dog. Yes, this is, dear students, you can see here, this is a Saharan railway station. Okay, here this is ticket collector, and this is the grandfather who is buying ticket. Okay, let's continue. When Toto was finally accepted by grandfather, he was given a comfortable home in the stable, where he had for a companion the family donkey Nana. On Toto's first night in the stable, grandfather paid him a visit to see if he was comfortable. To his surprise, he found Nana, without apparent cause, pulling at her halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from a bundle of hay. And so, the first day when he reached there, he saw that there was a Nana. Who is Nana? Nana is a donkey. Okay, and he saw that is it comfortable there or not. But as he guessed, and according to his surprise, it was Nana who was very happy there. Okay, and he was trying to pay a bundle of hay. Hay means the eatable things for ass, okay, or donkeys. Grandfather gave Nana a slap across her haunches, and she jerked back, dragging Toto with her. He had fastened on to her long ears with his sharp little teeth. Toto and Nana never became friends. A great treat for Toto during cold winter evening was the large bowl of warm water given him by grandfather for his bath. He would cunningly test the temperature with his hand, then gradually step into the bath, first one foot, then the others, as he had seen me doing, until he was into the water up to his neck. So my dear students, as in the beginning I told you that monkeys, they are very clever. Okay, they are very clever, they are very naughty, they are very mischievous. Okay, so in the same way here, the grandfather is telling that whenever during the winter, grandfather used to give a bowl of warm water for taking bath. Okay, and so the monkey Toto was very clever. He won't suddenly jump into the water, but first of all he will check with his finger that as the water is very hot or not. Okay, and then after checking that it is not so much cold, it is warm enough to take bath, so it will slowly dip its hands, then his legs, then whole body. Okay, in the same way he used to do. Okay, so from this we can find out that he is very naughty, mischievous, and also he is very clever. Once comfortable, he would take the soap in his hands or feet and rub himself over. When the water became cold, he would get out and run as quickly as he could to the kitchen fire in order to dry himself. If anyone laughed at him during this performance, Toto's feeling would be hurt and he would refuse to go on with his bath. One day, Toto nearly succeeded in boiling himself alive. So here, grandfather says that Toto is very clever and he should take bath, and even after once taking bath, he will take soap and apply in his body and all that. And after he has taken bath, quickly he will go to the kitchen room and sit near the fire to dry himself. A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire to boil for tea, and Toto, finding himself with nothing better to do, decided to remove the lid. Finding the water just warm enough for a bath, he got in with his head stick out from the open kettle. This was just fine for a while until the water began to boil. Toto then raised himself a little, but finding it cold outside, sat down again. He continued hopping up and down for some time until grandfather arrived and hauled him, half boiled, out of the kettle. If there is a part of the brain especially devoted to mischief, that part was largely developed in Toto. He was always tearing things to pieces. Wherever one of my aunts came near him, he made every get hole of her dress and tear a hole in it. Okay, so here, as you know, students, monkeys are always mischievous and naughty. Okay, means they just can't keep quiet sitting idle. Okay, they will just do something, one or the other things. Okay, in the same way here, once what happened, once he was sitting near a kettle which was kept on the fire for making a tea, but what he did, in the beginning it was just warm, so it felt very nice, and it was putting his head into that, and it was feeling very nice. But after sometimes it became hot, and then it was, means he was in a danger situation, but luckily he was not hurt. And once what happened, whenever the writer's hunt is to come there, so the monkey tried to come close by and catch the dresses, and somehow he want to make some holes and do something with that dress. One day at lunchtime, a large dish of pulao stood in the center of the dining table. We entered the room to find Toto strutting himself with rice. My grandfather screamed, and Toto threw a plate at her. One of my aunts rushed forward and received a glass of water in the face. When grandfather arrived, Toto picked up the dish of pulao and made his exit through a window. We found him in the branches of the jackfruit tree, the dish still in his arms. He remained there all afternoon, eating slowly through the rice, determined on finishing every grain. And then, in order to spite grandmother, who had screamed at him, he threw the dish down from the tree and chattered with delight when it broke into 100 pieces. See, my dear students, as I have been telling you time and again that they are very mischievous, they are very naughty. Okay, so in the same way here, what he does, you listen carefully. When one day what happened, their auntie was there and grandfather and all of them were there in the family. What happened that monkey was playing in a rice grains, okay, and suddenly at that time grandfather shouted, and so that monkey was little bit of angry, and what he did, suddenly it went inside and he took the full bowl of pulao and it ran away, okay, from through the window. And when they were trying to catch it, so it climbed on the tree and he started eating slowly, nicely enjoying, okay, and he whole day he sat and ate nicely there. And after he had finished all the pulao, then what he did, he threw down the bowl, okay, and when the bowl was got into pieces, he was very happy, okay, by seeing grandmother, because grandmother was trying to scold him, okay. Obviously Toto was not the sort of pet we could keep for. Even grandfather realized that we were not well to do and could not afford the frequent loss of dishes, clothes, curtains, and wallpapers. So grandfather found the Tonga driver and sold Toto back to him for only 3 rupees. Okay, so here what happened? The grandfather, he had bought for 3 rupees, and now he realized that the monkey is wasting rice, grains, and all other things, and even curtains, clothes, dishes, everything, okay. So here the writer is saying that we were not rich enough so that we could not afford that, and so one day he went to the Tonga driver and sold it back again to the Tonga driver for the same amount, 3 rupees that he had taken for, okay. So my dear students, hope everyone understood well. This story was written by Ruskin Bond, a famous writer, okay. Hope everyone have enjoyed. We have completed this. Dear students, you go through this video and also read the text and find out the difficult words and write in your copy word meaning and learn for yourself. Thank you. Have a nice day. Next day we will discuss question answer. Okay? You have a nice day.